How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back here in our video. So, of course, another week of NFL football is now upon us, which means it's time for the NFL Week 14 picks, as we're down to the last 5 weeks of the season, the last month of the season. The sprint to the finish is officially on to see who's in and who's out. As, of course, we have teams that could potentially punch their ticket to the playoffs, and a few teams that could potentially be sent to elimination station. So, of course, this week, last week, of course, my picks, I went 8-5 with my picks last week, so my record for this year goes to 124-69. And, of course, last week we had one team get sent to elimination station, and that being the Carolina Panthers. So, the Panthers are the first team to be eliminated this year, which means we have 17 imposters still remaining, and we have nobody clinched into the playoffs entering week 14. And of course, we have two teams on the bye this week in Arizona and Washington. And even though Arizona's on the bye week, Arizona could still be eliminated on their day off. As Arizona, they're eliminated this week from playoff contention with wins from the Rams and the Packers. Man, that's gotta be shitty if you end up getting eliminated on your day off. Damn. But anyway, with that quick elimination scenario now out of the way, let's move on to the picks this week. So, starting off, we have the Thursday night game. We have the New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers playing in Pittsburgh. Oh, dear God. This is going to be a terrible offensive game. Like, this game may or may not set offenses back decades with how bad it's going to be offensively. Two terrible offenses, but somebody's got to win. And also for this week, New England, they can be eliminated from playoff contention with a loss or a win from either Houston or Cincinnati, or wins from Vegas and Buffalo. I'll be honest here, I think Pittsburgh wins this game. Just New England's been too inconsistent and just very bad this year. Pittsburgh should blow them out, but I feel like the Steelers are going to play down to their competition once again. Yeah, Steelers playing down to their competition. Name a better combination. But yeah, I got the Steelers winning 23-21, because the moment we say both these offenses are going to be bad, they're probably going to score at least 20 points each. But yeah, I got the Steelers winning this one by 2, and I think New England will officially be eliminated from playoff contention. Alright, now we get into our slate of Sunday games. So the first one we have Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcons playing in Atlanta. Atlanta trying to keep their lead over the Saints in the NFC South. Yeah, I got the Falcons in this one. Just the Bucs have been pretty consistent this year. I got the Falcons in this one, 23-22. Give me Atlanta by 1 over the Bucs. Next game, Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears playing in Chicago at Soldier Field. I think the Bears are going to keep it close with the Lions, but in the end, I think Matt Eberflus and Luke Getz are going to do something that's going to cost the Bears the win. And I think Detroit takes advantage of it. I got Detroit winning this one in a close one, 20-18. Give me the Lions by 2 over the Bears. Next game, Indianapolis Colts, Cincinnati Bengals playing in Cincinnati. The Bengals were able to get a big overtime win on the road without Joe Burrow with Jake Browning in. And, of course, the Colts are shockingly 7-5 in the playoff race with Gardner Minshew after losing to Big Tony early in the season with that shoulder injury. This is a game that could go either way. In the end, I'm going to take the Colts in this one. Tough game to call. I'm going to say Indianapolis takes this one on the road. I got Indy 25-22. Give me the Colts by 3 over the Bengals. It could go either way. Next game, Jacksonville Jaguars, Cleveland Browns playing in Cleveland. So, of course, Joe Burrow's status Trevor Lawrence's status for this game is questionable after he had that ankle injury on Monday Night Football that took him out for the rest of the game. The reports are saying it's not too major or severe, but I have a feeling that Trevor Lawrence is going to play through it. I think he's going to play through it here, and the Browns' offense was not really that good against the Rams. But I think the the reports are saying I think Lawrence is going to play. My prediction is based on if Lawrence plays, and I think he will play in this game. I have Jacksonville winning this one over Cleveland, 23-15. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to fight through it as Jacksonville's trying to hold their lead over Indianapolis and Houston in the AFC South. Give me the Jags by 8 over the Browns. Next game, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints playing in New Orleans. Yeah, the Panthers are just a complete fucking mess right now. I got the Saints in this one, 22-21. I think the Saints bounce back after their heartbreaking loss to Detroit last week. Give me the Saints by 1 over the Panthers. Next game, Houston Texans, New York Jets playing at MetLife. Yeah, I got the Texans in this one. Give me Houston over the Jets, 23-17. I got Houston by 6 over New York. Next game, oh god, this game's gonna get ugly fast. Los Angeles Rams, Baltimore Ravens playing in Baltimore. Yeah, I got the Ravens in this one at home. Baltimore trying to keep pace with Miami in the race for the number 1 seed in the AFC after the Chiefs shit the bed against the Packers last Sunday night. And some questionable ref ball too. But yeah, I got the Ravens in this one over the Rams, 26-18. Give me the Ravens by 8 over the Rams. Next game, Minnesota Vikings, Las Vegas Raiders playing in Las Vegas. I want to say Las Vegas. I want to say the Raiders win it. But I feel like Minnesota's going to win this game. I have a feeling Minnesota's going to win. I want to go Raiders, but I feel like Minnesota's going to win. I mean, if Minnesota loses, that helps Detroit's chances in possibly clinching the NFC North. It helps Detroit's magic number for clinching. But yeah, I got the Vikings winning 24-21. Give me Minnesota by 3 over the Raiders. All right, to our next game with playoff implications. We have Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers playing in Santa Clara. So San Francisco, they can clinch a playoff spot with a win and a loss from either Minnesota or Green Bay. Well, I have Minnesota winning on my schedule predictions, so that just tells you if I think San Francisco clinches or not. I think San Francisco will win. I think they win, and I think they sweep the Seahawks season series over Seattle. I got San Francisco winning 24-19. Give me the 49ers by 5 over to Seattle. And as much as I want Minnesota to lose, I don't think it's going to happen. And I feel like that's the only way San Francisco clinches this playoff spot this week is if Minnesota loses. But I have the 49ers winning, but I don't feel like they're going to clinch a playoff spot this week. Maybe next week, though. All right, now to our next game. We have the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs playing in Arrowhead. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, both teams should be a lot better than the record says, but both teams have been massive disappointments this year. Yeah, I'm going to take the Chiefs in this one over the Bills. Just the Bills have been very fucking inconsistent this year. I got Kansas City winning this one 22-21. Give me the Chiefs by 1 over the Bills. Next game, Denver Broncos, Los Angeles Chargers playing in Los Angeles at SoFi. I got the Broncos in this one. Chargers also inconsistent. Both teams have been inconsistent, but the Broncos have been hot outside of last week when they lost to the Texans. But yeah, I got the Broncos in this one over the Chargers, 22-21. I think Chargers will have a chance to win, but Brandon Staley will probably fuck it up. But yeah, give me the Broncos by 1 over the Chargers. Now we get to our Sunday night game, and this Sunday night game has playoff implications for both teams, as we have the biggest rivalry one of the biggest rivalries in the game. Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys playing in Dallas. The balance of the NFC East on the line, and potentially the first seed in the NFC on the line as well. So, of course, Philadelphia, Dallas, both teams can clinch playoff spots this week, believe it or not. So, Philadelphia's, it's a bit more straightforward. Philadelphia can clinch with a win and a loss from either the Rams or the Seahawks. They can also clinch with a win plus losses from Minnesota and Green Bay. They can also clinch with a win plus losses from Green Bay and Detroit. While Dallas, it's a bit more complex. So for Dallas to clinch this week, they would need a win, plus they would need the Lions to beat the Bears, And then they would need losses. They would need either losses from Tampa Bay, Seattle, the Rams, the Packers, and the Vikings. Or with the win and the Detroit win, they would also need losses from Tampa Bay, Seattle, New Orleans, Green Bay, and Minnesota. A lot to digest in there. I think almost every year we usually say the Eagles and Cowboys split every year. And it's usually the game in Detroit, usually the game in Philly is won by usually the game in Philly is won by the Eagles, and the game that's in Dallas is won by the Cowboys. And this one, I'm gonna say the Cowboys win this one over the Eagles. I got Dallas winning 22-20. I think Dallas and Philly split the season series. I think both teams are pretty evenly matched to where I think nobody will sweep each other. So I got Dallas winning this one 22-20, which means I don't think Philadelphia clinches this week, and I don't think Dallas clinches this week. And I'm not 100% sure what that does for the number 1 seed. I believe in terms of number 1 seed, I believe if Philadelphia loses and San Francisco wins, I believe that moves San Francisco to the number 1 seed in the NFC. So I think this week, we're going to see a new number 1 seed in the NFC, and I think it's going to be the 49ers. But yeah, give me the Cowboys by 2, but I don't think Dallas or Philadelphia clinch a playoff spot this week. Now on to the Monday night doubleheader, as there are 2 Monday night games this week. First Monday night game we have the Titans and the Dolphins playing up in Miami. Now, Tennessee can be eliminated from playoff contention, but theirs is pretty complex. As for Tennessee to be eliminated, they will need a loss, plus wins from Indy, Pittsburgh, and Houston, and they would need the Jacksonville-Cleveland game to end in a tie. Well, I'll tell you right now, the tie part will not happen. There's no chance in hell that Jacksonville-Cleveland game ends in a tie. Not a chance in hell. So yeah, I think despite no matter what happens, I think Tennessee will survive another week. But yeah, I got Miami winning this game. I think Miami will win this game, no problem. I got the Dolphins 22-19. Give me Miami by 3 over Tennessee. But Tennessee will not be eliminated. They survive another week. Because who in the fuck in their right mind predicts a fucking tie? God damn. And our last game, the second game of the Monday night doubleheader. We have the Green Bay Packers, New York Giants playing at MetLife. And I'll be honest, I think the Giants I would probably give the Giants more of a chance if Daniel Jones was playing, but that's not the case. It would be funny as fuck if the Packers lost to Tommy DeVito in the Giants. But I'm going to be realistic. I don't see that scenario happening. I have the Packers winning this one 19-17. Give me Green Bay by 2. As much as I want the Giants to win this game, I can't go through with it. Not a chance in hell. I got Green Bay winning by 2. So yeah, that wraps it up for my NFL Week 14 picks. So in terms of for this week, I think nobody will clinch a playoff spot this week. And in terms of teams being eliminated, I think the only team I could see being eliminated this week is the New England Patriots. I think that's about it. I think the Cardinals will cheat death once again. And there's no way Tennessee gets eliminated. I'll be actually shocked if the Jacksonville-Cleveland game ends in a tie. There's no chance that ends in a tie. So, just by default, Tennessee will cheat death for another week. But yeah, those are my NFL Week 14 picks. That's all I gotta say. And I'll see you all whatever I make next. I'm out.